Seniors, shop teacher Chief here, continuing our series on fabrication. Wanted to switch gears, talk to you folks. It's late at night. Pull my safety glasses up, take my mask off so I can talk to you folks clearly. So I want to touch base on and shift gears on fabrication and fit up, since we've been talking about that with aluminum. Talking about now still welding, still on the main theme of welding and fabricating. Whether you're a sheet metal worker, whether you are a pipe fitter or a fabricator, fixturing is an essential part of our industry. If you make something more than once and it needs to be accurate, you need to have a jig or a fixture. And what you see right here is two pieces of angle iron clamped to the table. Typical fabrication project, what you see here, could be completed and tacked and fitted up right here in this fixture. So your measuring devices of choice, obviously you got your tape measure, which is critical, Sharpie, soapstone, and a fixture. So with that said, fixturing is critical. Whether you're using aluminum, stainless, any kind of material, a right angle perpendicular fixture is the essence of a fabricator. Framing square, measuring device, fixturing setup. No, we've got a right angle is perpendicular here. We've got a constant. We know we've got a small speed square that fits in perpendicular in the right angle. We know we have a larger speed square that fits in. We know that we have a combination square, a measuring device and fit up and fabrication tool that fits in very well. You can even use a smaller version of that. So, smaller version of a framing square. All these tools that you see are critical as a fabricator. As you're working and you're moving from day to day in a fabrication shop, and you need to make things that are right angled, this particular fixture will come in handy. So if you look right here, this is called mitering. Mitering is done at a 45-degree angle in a fixture on the Piranha iron worker. So as you can see right here, you've got your 45-degree angle. You can bring your speed square in, perpendicular, once again, 45 degrees. Your framing square, you can use that as well. You can tack here, but don't tack to your jig. So that's called mitering. Mitering is critical in fabrication. We do it all the time. This is notching. Notching is a good example of a perpendicular right angle. Once again, bring your framing square in. Make sure you're perpendicular in your square. You can tack. Once again, don't tack to your jig. Make sure that you're as accurate as possible. If you're doing a square box, you could do two right L's and then bring them together. Switch gears into square tubing. Bring it into your perpendicular right angle. Once again, bring your speed square in. Make sure you're perpendicular. You've got to be able to tack here, here. Moving along. Any kind of material, such as aluminum. Once again, we're in that right angle mode. Come in with your framing square. This is your tool of choice. Most likely, if it depends on what you're working on, a good proportion of our work is perpendicular, 90 degrees, plumb, level, right? 90 degrees. So those constants, if you will, in our fabrication field are very important. You can even go to heavy plate. Take heavy plate, come into your fixture. Once again, we're talking about a right angle, 90 degrees. You can tack here and here. You would clamp here and here. What I'm saying is that if you look at this fixture, it's invaluable, folks. Invaluable means it's very, very important. You can go into piping or tubing. Once again, you're in your perpendicular right angle. It fits in there, and you can TIG weld that for aluminum material. Switch gears over to steel. Steel tubing always has a seam. Take the seam, bring it 12 o'clock high, right 90 degrees, perpendicular. Be able to fish mount that, which we'll talk about on our next project in piping. Fish mounting coping, you'll be able to do that in your fixture. I'm gonna bring your attention to an old technique that all fabricators do. If you have to lay out something, so let's say you have 25 to 30 pieces, the industry will not allow you to lay these out one by one. So what we would do as a fabricator, we would bring this into your fixture, always using your right angle framing square. If you needed to make a measurement, whatever that measurement might be, say it's 12 inches right here, come in with your combination square over to your framing square, get your 12-inch mark, make a mark. Soapstone, we know if you bevel the soapstone on an angle, you'll get an accurate measurement. Once again, you need to come in 3 inches in, mark all 25 of those 3 inches. A much more efficient way of laying something out and getting yourself on point and getting your job done. So we would not take a tape measure inaccurately and measure these one by one. Each time you cut them, you would have a different cut. So what I wanted to say at this point, seniors, it's most important if you're making something more than once, you need to have a jig or a fixture. Fixturing is critical in our trade, whether you're a sheet metal worker, a pipe fitter, an iron worker, a fabricator, a boiler maker, whatever it might be. If you're deciding that you need to make something and it needs to be perpendicular, this is the jig of your choice. With that said, seniors, we're going to continue on our fabrication and welding of aluminum. Next, we go into stainless, but I wanted to pause and shift gears to give you some really general fabrication tips about how to lay things out and keep them perpendicular. Okay, seniors, continue what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You're learning each day. You're applying yourself. You got good thinking, good fit up, good fabrication. We'll continue, and we'll see you in the morning. Okay, seniors, Chief, over and out. Bye.